I can't believe the words that are about to come out of my mouth, but if you didn't think the news for Spider-Man Brand New Day could get any crazier, they said, man, you know what, here go 10 more for you. Because not only are we getting Punisher and most likely Mr. Negative in this movie, it's confirmed that we're going to be getting multiple villains in this movie. I'm talking Scorpion, Tombstone, Boomerang, Tarantula, and more. I used to pray for times like this. Plus some story details on how all this could connect to Doomsday. And as your #1 certified Spider-Man meat glazer, I get a little bit of crumbs. I'm going to make a 5-star meal because there's gossip, rumors, panic in the streets. We're lucky. But either way, me and you know what we gotta do. We gotta talk about it. And boom! Man, you know what? Doom! You looking for this? So to quickly catch people up to speed, if you didn't know, Spider-Man Brand New Day has begun filming in Glasgow, Scotland, where we got a couple of set photos of them making the streets of Glasgow look like New York City. Now, in case you don't know, the reason they're filming here and not in the actual streets of New York City is because 1, it's a lot cheaper, and 2, it's closer to Pinewood Studios in England, where they're gonna be shooting on sets indoors. So it looks like there's gonna be some type of giant action set piece going on in the streets of Glasgow near a fake construction site. But if you look here, it confirms that Spider-Man Brand New Day in the universe of the MCU takes place in 2027. And since we know that Spider-Man Brand New Day is the next MCU movie to come out after Fantastic Four and before Doomsday, we now know that it definitely takes place before the events of Doomsday. And as you can see here, they're still doing work to make it look more like New York City. They haven't actually shot anything yet, but when we do, just know, I'm gonna go feral when we get our first look at the new suit, and it better be practical. But on top of that news, yesterday we got even more news from industry insiders like Alex Perez from the Cosmic Circus, who is a very reliable industry insider. Today he teased that Brand New Day, from everything he's hearing, is starting to sound like and feel like a live-action version of the animated series. On top of that, Alex Perez also teased that there's at least 3 villains in the movie. And other industry insiders and scoopers like My Time to Shine Low, whose hit rate has severely gone down, but Alex Perez did know that this right here sounds like something legit. It sounds like Brand New Day is actually going to do something that's even ballsier than what Ironheart did. I have an idea on what this could mean later. Because while all that was going down, Destin Daniel Cretton, the director of Spider-Man Brand New Day's assistant, posted this image on social media of what looks like the wall in his office that Kevin Feige described as having multiple comic covers that he's going to be trying to bring to life. And you know me, as soon as I saw the covers, I started asking questions and connecting dots. One of those comic covers being Amazing Spider-Man 134, which features Tarantula, who is a D borderline Z-list Spider-Man villain. But this is very interesting because it goes back to a couple reports we heard from a couple months ago from a Disney merchandise conference where they said that Tarantula would be appearing in Spider-Man Brand New Day. I'm assuming this is going to be Anton Miguel Rodriguez's version, who at one point himself becomes a Man-Spider-esque figure. But we actually just saw one of the more popular versions of Tarantula and Maria Vasquez in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, who's also been a member of the Heroes for Hire, which Shang-Chi has been a part of. Who directed Shang-Chi again? Destin Daniel Cretton. There's a connection here that I'm going to find a way to make. But another one of those covers on Destin's wall is Amazing Spider-Man 345, which features Boomerang. Again, another D borderline Z-list villain. And this most likely confirms that Disney merch conference report of there being a bunch of villains in Spider-Man Brand New Day, which includes Boomerang. But not just Boomerang, Tombstone and Scorpion. I used to pray for times like this if it's true. We have been screaming for years since that post-credit scene in Spider-Man Homecoming. We need to see Michael Mando return as Scorpion Matt Gargan. You cannot waste Nacho like this, man. If you've seen better